Yeah, shalom, shalom, all praises on in glory. Belong to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Men Stone, and salutations to the elect, right? The men that have pushed this word out, in truth and in sincerity, all right? Pronouncing the downfall of Babylon, the great, and the redemption and the salvation unto you Israelites, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives, and to you that look like the other nations, but your lineage go back to who? Israel. Now, this article or this video basically is inspired by um this video here that you see on screen with the president of Guyana and the prime minister of Barbados, announcing the great wonders of the digital ID. All right. Now it says just as Guyana and Barbados. This is just the um, caption. Just as Guyana and Barbados officially launched a new program to make travel between the two countries much easier, the leader of both states say they will continue to partner and are now looking at a new investment fund. On Monday, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley became the first Bajan to travel to Guyana using a digital identification card instead of a passport. This is a new measure being implemented by both countries, allowing their citizens to travel without passports. Beyond this new venture, Prime Minister Mottley and President Ali are working to create the new Trident Arrow Investment Fund, which will allow citizens of both countries to invest in critical infrastructure and long-term national projects. Now, we've been going on and on about the digital ID being a precursor for the MOTB, all right, which is now micro CIP, and as things continue to progress day by day, they're gonna start rolling these things out, all right. Now, let me just play the video and then we can get into it, right?
Of being the first, and Prime Minister Mottley had the distinct honor of being the first person between Guyana and I was going to say between Guyana and Barbados to use the digital ID card to travel from Barbados to Guyana, and will return home using the digital ID card. We have said before from one of our first meetings that we'll work hard to break every boundary, bring our countries closer and more integrated. And today you have seen the power of the digital ID card as from July, and that is not because the system is not ready. That is because the airlines need some time to adjust to the new system. From July the 1st.
So, hey, the system is already there. It's already built. It's working. It's functional. It's just for the airlines to get with the times. All right. Similarly with the banks, President Ali had given the banks 3 months to get with the times, to upgrade their infrastructure, to be ready for the digital age. All right. So hey, we've been mentioning that, look, the MOTB, all right, and now we've been mentioning this is the prophecy, right? That this MOTB gonna what? House all of your information, your travel information, your passport, your ID card, all right, your driver's license, all of your medical information, your medical history, whether you're juiced or unjuiced, and if you're up to date with all your shots. All right, you can house your educational information, all of your certificates, and all this good stuff from when you went to school or when you didn't. All right, every single data point will be housed in this MOTB or this micro CIP. And guess what? This digital ID, all right, will do the same. You know, it will do the same. The only difference with this digital ID and the MOTB is that it won't go into your skin or go under your skin. It won't be pierced into you, you know, but the function and the purpose is what the same, you know. So Prime Minister Moatli became what the first person to travel between Guyana and Barbados using the digital ID as what the mean of identification, all right, and validity to travel, not our passport, not our visa, none of that, but our digital ID, all right. And then the President Ali is going to further announce that what come July 1st, the travel between Guyana and Barbados, all right, will be passport free as long as you have the digital ID. And then as time progresses, you're gonna see that what the passport gonna completely become phased out and it's gonna be mandatory to have the digital ID. You know, so hey, we just paying attention to it. You know, it's our prophecy. It's our prophecy.
To Barbados, your passport at home and travel with your digital ID card to Barbados and same from Barbados to Guyana.
We have been able, therefore, to work together on so many things. But this ID card, and then the second one we want to work on, is the Trident Arrow Investment Fund, an investment fund that we want to be able to create that will be open to ordinary Bajans and ordinary Guyanese to invest in critical infrastructure and long-term, medium to long-term investment projects, whether in the utilities sector, whether in the area of technology, whether in the area of agro-processing, because we believe that this is the only way we can, one, allow our citizens, certainly in Barbados' case, to be able to earn a return that is greater than what the banks are paying at 0.1% in savings. And in an inflationary environment, you effectively pauperize your citizens. And two, to be able to ensure that in addition to that, our citizens become owners in the land of their birth rather than tenants for the period of their lifetime. And to that extent, therefore, we use this opportunity moving forward to continue to ensure that we can establish a fund. It's not a political fund. It will be properly managed with all the proper prudential regulations and financial mechanisms and laws buttressing it.
You know, so hey, it's beautiful times, right? Beautiful times. You know, as this thing continue to roll out and actually starting to function, you know, within society for a lack of better words. All right. Now, you know, let me just get this the OG precept, you know. Because one of the things or what Isa is doing and using these smaller smaller nations to do is really to do the test run. All right, to do the test run, and kind of bring you in this age of technology, you know, gradually, you know, but by the means of gradualism, you know, where it's not the whole spiel being put on you at once, but bringing you into it gradually, bit by bit, bit by bit, programming you, you know, to fully accept it. All right. Now it says Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. This is how you really this is really the identifier of what the mark of the beast is. being able to buy or sell. A tattoo does not limit you from buying and selling. The belief that you have, whether it be in Christianity or any false doctrine, does not limit you from buying or selling. All right. But this microchip, once it becomes mandatory, will limit you from buying or selling. Similarly, with the Juicy Juice during the time of the C19, all right, where you literally couldn't buy or sell, all right, unless you had what? The Juicy Juice. You couldn't travel without it. You couldn't go into stores without it. All right, you had to be wearing mask and all these different things they had you doing and jumping through. All right. So as they roll out this digital ID, gradually they're going to make it mandatory, and then what, usher in um the actual thing, So hey, we're keeping our eyes out, paying attention to the times, we in the last day, we in the last couple of seconds, for matter of fact. All right. So hey, Lord's willing, this quick one was edifying, giving all praises on and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Makakodash, and double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of greatness once again. And salutations to you brothers out there pushing this word out in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.